Welcome to the latest edition of the SG3 podcast, coming at you like to do every chance I get. I'm going to make this a little quick right now. We got some breaking news breaking out of the NFL right now. Before I do, please hit that subscribe button down below. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, the Buffalo Bills have traded four-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans. The compensation is listed below. It is a 2025 second-round pick that was given to the Texans after the Minnesota Vikings opted to move into the first round earlier this offseason. The Texans will also receive a 2024 sixth and 2025 fifth round pick as part of that compensation. Diggs is coming off a season at 30 years of age where he finishes his Buffalo career, averaging just over 100 receptions, 1,300 yards, and 9.3 touchdowns. We'll give it about a 9. Diggs and the Bills are coming off a season where they advanced to the divisional round of the playoffs before a late missed kick by Tyler Bass ultimately sealed their fate after falling to the defending Super Bowl champion, now two-time defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. The Bills acquired Diggs from the Vikings many years ago in a trade that ultimately landed Minnesota Pro Bowl wide receiver Justin Jefferson. What remains to be seen from general manager Brandon Beane? We'll find out soon enough. With a heavy wide receiver draft class coming up in 2024, it is highly likely that the Bills will look to replace Diggs and Gabe Davis in that regard, although their grip on the AFC East is a little bit puzzling. And there you have it. The Bills moving on from Stefon Diggs and his antics. Now, the question now remains is this: how do you replace Stefon Diggs? They could look to replace him in the draft, but when Diggs came to Buffalo, it was believed that Josh Allen had his alpha receiver, but sideline outbursts were not uncommon. However, for the Texans, this has to be considered a winning deal as C.J. Stroud is still in the rookie contract. Matter of fact, he's only in his second year, which means DeMeco Ryans and Nick Caserio and the rest of the staff in Houston are being as aggressive as possible to put weapons in place for Stroud to be the dominant force in the AFC South, littered with young quarterbacks, including Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis, and Will Levis in Tennessee. As of now, the Texans are in charge of that division, and whether or not they move off of that remains to be seen. But there you have it. The Bills have moved Stefon Diggs away from Orchard Park. Now he's in H-Town. All eyes will remain on Buffalo as they go through an offseason in which they've said goodbye to several talented players, including cornerback Tre'Davious White, now heading to the Los Angeles Rams. As always, check out the podcast. Hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click on the other videos to see more information. But there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.